This question is a great example of the idea that you shouldn't let algebra get in the way of math. Okay, if we try to treat this algebraically and think conceptually about what's going on, we're probably going to fall for a trap and get this wrong. But if we just do the instructions as they're given, this becomes a much easier question. So just take it one piece of information at a time. There's 120 tables and a third of them are occupied. So that's a simple instruction, right? 120 divided by 3 would give me 40 tables that are occupied. What next? Well, they also say that there are 10 waiters who are working that day, and they're all working the same number of tables T. So we can actually solve for T here. T is going to be those 40 tables divided by the 10 waiters, so T is 4. Now we have a value that we can just plug into these equations and see what's going on. It makes it so much easier. So for choices A and B, you might also notice that the exponent is going to cause a lot of problems right from the start, but even if not, we can just plug it in. 40 is 10 times t, which is 4, so 40 to the 1/3, well, that's the same as the cubed root of 40. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. The cubed root of 40 is going to be smaller than 120, so that choice is just plain old wrong. It doesn't make any sense. So the same thing, though, would happen here. We'd have an exponent that's going to cause problems because, yes, 40 to the third is a big number, but it's a really big number, way bigger than the 120 that we have here. So this number is just too big. We don't even need to bother calculating it. And that gets us to C and D. And again, though, we can see where someone might go wrong. That 1/3 in choice C is very tempting. But once we plug in our value, 1/3 of 10 times 4 is 1/3 of 40. That's not 120, right? Again, we're going smaller when we want to go bigger, but if we do multiply the 10 times the 4 and then 40 times 3, we get the 120 that we want, proving choice D is the answer. When you have algebra, try to avoid it. Even if you think you can do it right, the chance of making a mistake is too great. You want to avoid algebra when you can and use real numbers whenever possible.